Hi guys, welcome to this quick review about this IKOMKON car refrigerator, or actually it's more like a freezer. I mean, you can choose how you want to use it. It has a huge range of temperature setting, so it can be cooled down to minus 13 degrees Fahrenheit, which is around minus 25 degrees Celsius, or if you want, you can also adjust it to only down to about 20 degrees Celsius or 68 degrees Fahrenheit. So huge range. And it does not only have a huge range, it's also huge. It's quite large. I mean, especially inside for the size which it has a huge capacity inside. I can show you that here. Can open that. It has this chain which secures the lid, and so you can see how many bottles we can fill here inside. We have 4 standard water bottles here, and we have 5 of them here. Makes 20 water bottles in total. It's a huge thing, and I can show you that even a little bit closer here, and so you can see there's no bump, there is nothing here. It's an absolutely square flat space. This is absolutely awesome. This is exactly what you want. And because of the huge temperature range, you cannot only use it to cool down drinks, you can also use it for your ice cream or frozen meat or whatsoever. And so you can close the lid and start it again. The only minor complaint here from my side is the opening here. I wished it would be a little bit larger. I still can reach here inside, no problem, but it would have been nice to have a little bit wider gap here. The good thing is it can be fully locked. So when we push it down, we can hear that. So now it's fully locked. You cannot just open it by accident. It's fully locked, and you can also see how beautiful this is. And it's also very easy to move it around. You can see it's very lightweight. It has these nice handles here on this side. Very convenient. Then also another thing which I think is very important, the build quality. You can see when I unplug and replug it, I really have to pull hard, of course, because it's a very solid plug here, and you have to push it really hard inside, and you can see there's almost no bending. With a lot of such car coolers or car freezers, you see a lot of bending here in this area, and so you never know what's going to happen over the long run, how long it will last. Here you don't have to be worried. You can see there's absolutely nothing which will move, so everything is very, very sturdy. So let's go here a little bit to the side where we see the openings here. Here on this side we have compressor, so yeah, it's not only like a normal standard thermoelectric module which does just a little bit of cooling. This is a normal full-size compressor which cools down a lot. This has absolutely impressive strengths. And so let's go a little bit closer here to the touchscreen display. With a short press on the on off, we can easily start it, and then we can adjust the temperature from here. So you can see we can go down till minus 13 degrees Fahrenheit, but we can also increase if we want it to up to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. With a long press we can adjust the temperature really fast. Then we have also different settings here. With a long press we can adjust different settings. We have the battery protection mode. We have it on the highest mode, which protects the battery like a car battery, so it won't drain the car battery. That's really helpful. But since we are running it here from a power station, we could decrease it to H1, which will allow us to pull the maximum power out of the power station. Then we have a high power mode and an eco mode. So now we are on the eco mode. We have a green light instead of a red light, and then it's also much more silent. This is something which makes a huge difference, by the way. The noise is definitely absolutely no problem, especially if you're using it in a car. I've already tried it. I just had this freezer 1 row back, and I've been running it the whole time, and even when I stopped the fan and the AC and the car radio, everything, I haven't been able to hear anything. And if you have it in the eco mode where it's not running all the time, you could even run it in your bedroom, absolutely no problem. And then we can also switch between Celsius and Fahrenheit, as you can see. So we have all the options which we need. And of course you can see we can also move it around a little bit, so there's absolutely no problem when you transport it, when you have it in your car and you're moving, even driving up and down down and have maybe even a little bit of a rough road or so, there's absolutely no problem. It's also very stable. It has down these 4 soft rubber feet, which keeps it very safe in your car. It has never been moving. Just 2 days ago, I've been taking it to a road trip, 6 hours, and it has been working the whole time. When we arrived, everything inside was down to minus 13 degrees Fahrenheit. By the way, if you're using it in the eco mode, the temperature, the minimum temperature will then be just somewhere between 0 degrees Fahrenheit and minus 13 degrees Fahrenheit. So the compressor will then not work all the time. It will just always go a little bit up and down regarding the temperature, but still will keep it all the time below 0 degrees Fahrenheit, which is normal freezer temperature. So I've tested it a little bit regarding the wattage, and what's really good, when we started, it never consumed more than about 75 watts. So it's very good. It doesn't have like a super high peak power, which would make it impossible to use with such a power station. So you can use it almost with every, even very small power station. This is super good. And on the long run, while the compressor is running, it's down to about 55 watts, I would say. But this is still the 110 volts. As we can see here on the right side, this is the 110 or 240 volts transformer. But as you can see, we have also this 12 volt or 24 volts adapter here, which we can use in a cigarette lighter port. And so you can see it's now fully running on 12 volts, same thing which you have in your car. And so we have about same power consumption, maybe a little bit lower because it doesn't have the loss regarding conversion to 110 volts and back. But you can see it's pretty much the same. And so I've been using it already for a couple of days, and it was a lot of fun to use. And it's not only fun, it is very, very powerful. And it's not only powerful, it's also very beautiful. I think it's the most beautiful car freezer which you can find on the market. So there's absolutely no doubt that this is the Mercedes of the car refrigerators or car freezers. So from my side, absolutely full recommendation. And so I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description, so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.